to Behind the Standard. I'm Brenner Moore.
I'm Cortlynn Stark.
And we're here to recap the news with you. The biggest news story this week, President Trump arrived yesterday in Springfield to talk tax reform.
So Trump had four main principles of tax reform. His first one was he wants a tax code that's simple, fair, and easy to understand. His second point was that he wants a competitive tax code that creates more jobs and also creates competitive wages. So his third principle was that he wanted tax relief for middle-class families. And then his fourth principle was that he wanted to bring back the trillions in wealth that's been parked overseas.
I was out and about in the crowds that were protesting and supporting Trump while he was here yesterday, and honestly, to me, it was an amazing experience. We had people pro-Trump, anti-Trump, shoulder to shoulder. Obviously, large discrepancies between their thoughts. All that being said, they still managed to keep the peace, and they demonstrated their First Amendment right in the best way possible. Moving on to our next story for the week, we've been following a domestic assault story from last year, and this week, the victim finally spoke out about her side of the story.
So one of our reporters got to talk to this woman and just really hear her side of the story, which is a side that isn't always told.
It's a very important side to hear because we always hear the side as told by other people, and not often do the victims come forward to tell it themselves. So this was a very big story to get. Moving on to a lighter note, President Smart sat down with a reporter this week to talk the rivalry between Missouri State and Mizzou up north.
So Smart and our reporter compared the two schools and looked at their undergraduate and graduate enrollment. They looked at tuition, things like that. And there's also the Mizzou game coming up on Saturday, and lots of students will be there.
Oh, absolutely. President Smart didn't necessarily call it a rivalry. He viewed it as more of just two schools that are really great schools, he said, trying to continue their legacy of being great schools. And the last big news story this week, construction on two Missouri State projects, Glass Hall and Taylor Health and Wellness Center, are nearing completion.
Yeah, so these two buildings have been in construction for quite a while, but they're finally wrapping up. You can see Glass Hall has this new addition on the side near the library. So far, it looks pretty cool.
It's getting there. They're at the point in Glass Hall where they said that they can start operating inside the building if even the outside is not finished yet, which is great to hear because that shows that we can start having classes in those new additions. And then Taylor Health is about ready to open their doors with so many new programs that they're bringing forth.
Definitely, and they actually have an entirely new building.
So
crazy.
Huge everywhere. That's the news this week. I was Brenner Moore.
I'm Cortlynn Stark.
Thanks for joining us, and we hope to see you back next week.